In the spirit of offering a well-rounded approach to the information I provide to you guys about this truck, I wanted to provide a video of the things that I hate about this truck. I've seen some of these videos. To be quite honest with you, I think a lot of them are just basically clickbait, because you're seeing people who have generally provided a lot of positive information and then suddenly are saying the things they don't like, and a lot of times there's this caveat of like, well, I don't really hate anything about this truck, but so there are some things I hate about this truck, and I just want to cover those right now. I'll keep it to 5. Number 1, I hate how eye-catching the sport appearance package is. It doesn't matter where I go, people are like, hey man, your truck looks really cool. I really like the gray and black theme. I love that you did that with no chrome. Where can I get one? It's like, man, I didn't solicit these compliments. Oh, that's not negative. Well, okay, one negative about the sport appearance package is like every reflective surface I drive past, I find myself staring to see the truck in motion. If I could ever pry myself out of the seat, I might be able to watch somebody else actually drive it and see what it looks like when it's moving, but for now I found that as a band-aid, and I really hope that doesn't lead me to running into the back of somebody in the world's most embarrassing fender bender. Alright, number 2. I hate the 68 RFE Chrysler transmission. And I don't even actually know that I hate it. Like, I know that every piece of evidence about it suggests that it's a total piece of crap. Like, for instance, if you need it to be proven to you that Chrysler and Ram don't believe in that transmission or this transmission that's in this truck, if you buy a chassis cab variant of the Ram, you cannot get that without the Aisin transmission. So, genuinely, I don't like that. But you lose a lot of options when you go from the 2500 to the 3500. And I'm not going to talk you out of like going overkill for whatever your truck needs are, but just remember that there are some trade-offs, and one of those things is a much higher sticker price, like initially, like several $1,000s more. Maybe that's not much higher to a lot of people, but whatever, a higher sticker price. On top of that, the Aisin transmission is like a $3,000 or $4,000 option. So the argument is like the 68 RFE sucks, and I know that that's probably true. I've had fine experience with mine so far. It's 3,933 miles now, and I had 27,000 miles on my last truck that also had a 68 RFE, and I found that there's some things I don't love about it. It doesn't really hunt for gears though. It generally downshifts when I want it to, and if I put my foot in it enough, and any kind of like clunking or hard shifting issues have been resolved with the software update like immediately, so that's cool. And the argument is like, well, a built transmission is really the only thing you can do if you tune your truck later on down the road, and that's really expensive, and that is really expensive. But so is a $4,000 factory option. And I've driven an Aisin. Again, it's a very well-reviewed transmission, but it drives to me more like a work truck does. And for whatever that's worth, I didn't like the way it felt as much, and I think there's an argument for why you're not an absolute idiot if you get the 68 RFE. Or maybe I'm just in denial. Number 3. I hate that they didn't include HIDs from the factory. What are you doing over there? Like, every light on this truck is an LED, with the exception of a handful of things. The license plate lights, the under hood light, the fog lights, and the headlights. I'm not really sure why that's where they decided to draw the line, but apparently it is. So you're going to be out a couple $100 finding a quality HID kit that also plays nice with the CAN bus system, and that's a conversation for another video. So that irritates me. Why are we still dealing with halogen bulbs when there are, in my opinion, superior options to that? Number 4. In kind of returning to the gray and black theme conversation, like, I know a couple things about myself, at least, and that is that I break things, and if I'm not break them, I'm generally pretty hard on them. but generally I just break things. With this truck, the outside's all gray and black. Here's a picture here. Maybe video. Nope, just picture. Here's another one here. The interior of this truck, which you can see right now, is like 50% awesome. And that's not an accurate percentage number at all. But really it's like up to right there. It's awesome. And then everything turns to this cream white color. Like, why? You almost nailed it. Ram almost nailed the interior on this truck. And I know that they need to incentivize you moving up to a limited, which is a bit fancy for me, just my opinion, or a power wagon, which is a bit not diesel-y for me, also just my opinion. So you can get those parts. The headliner alone is going to run you in excess of $1,200 just for the black one. The parts alone, I think, are another $1,000 or so, and that is assuming you install all of it. So why they put a white headliner in here, I do not understand that. The visors are white, the door, like the oh shit handles are white. I'm not really, I don't know what the reasoning was, and I freaking hate it. All right, number 5. I hate how much I like driving it. I drove this thing off the lot less than a month ago, and I'll have 4,000 miles really the next time I get in it. Like, a truck this size has no business getting 20 miles per gallon before it's really broken in, let alone more than that. And so last tank I averaged 19.8 miles per gallon, and that included a mixture of city and highway. Like, the problem with racking up miles on this is not so much that it decreases value. I can attest to that because I received an insurance payout in excess of the price I paid for my first truck after it had 27,000 miles on it, because apparently diesel retains its value really well. The problem, though, is that generally when you're doing an oil change, or when you're kind of at that point where you really need to do an oil change, which there's apparently a 15,000 mile interval, and F that scares me too much. You really need to change your fuel filters as well. And I say fuel filters because there are 2, and it's not a cheap trip to the dealership. Why do I go to the dealership, you might ask? Because I'm under warranty, and I don't want to fight that battle later on of, well, how do we know that the people who did do your oil changes actually knew what they were doing? Whatever. Like, I'll pay for factory service, for a dealership service, to ensure that my warranty is hopefully not disputed were the worst to happen. So those are the 5 things I really don't like about this truck, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, please thumbs up. If you didn't, please don't thumbs down. And I'll try to be putting out more stuff that is useful for Ram owners and prospective Ram owners. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section, and I will look forward to seeing you guys next time. Thanks a lot. But as far as like options I have at this intersection to stare at this truck, this building is hands down the best. So, excuse me. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Made it. I made it. All right. That's all.